Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. Hello, how are you? Hope you were well by the grace of Almighty Allah. Welcome to NIVS Home School again, and this is Ariful Islam, Assistant Teacher of English, National and English Version Skill Morning Shift. Today I am going to take an English language class for class 3 students. Our today's topic, lesson 22, exercise 1, 2, 3, discussions. So let's see, my dear students, our today's class. Class 3, subject English language, topic lesson 22, exercise 1, 2, 3, CW, term annual, Lecture-07, SW will be 7, teacher Ariful Islam. This is my mobile number and today's date. So my dear students, so as you can see, we are discussing today the past continuous tense, lesson 22. So before going to the book, let's come here. You can see past continuous tense, the structure of past continuous tense. Subject plus was plus were plus verb plus ing plus extensions. Okay, so after I, he, she, it, any name like Tuhin, Shamima, we use was. Okay, then after we, you, are, they, and many names like the boys, the girls, the subject will, in case of plural, we use were. We use were. Okay, if I say he is going to market. Okay, let me say one thing. We use verb plus ing after the present form of the verb. I cannot give here wenting. So no word like wenting. So we use ing form of the verb after present form of the verb. So he is going to school. After he, we use he was going to school. Next one, they. If I use they, so after they we have to use were. So they were playing, play is the verb, ing form of the verb, they were playing football. So this is the structure of past continuous tense. Subject plus, was plus, were plus, verb plus ing plus extension. So let's go to the definition and let's go to the chapter. So past continuous tense. Read this conversation. Anand, when we reached home, our parents were cooking. So our parents were cooking. This is past continuous tense. Mukul, we were reading a lesson in class when the bell rang. So we were reading. After we used were, and after our parents we used were because subject is plural. Afzal says, it was raining heavily this morning. So after it, we are using was. So the verbs were cooking, was reading, was running are in the past continuous tense. They show actions going on in the past. We use the past continuous tense form of a verb to talk about things that were in progress at some point of time in the past. So it was raining heavily this morning. After it, we are using was, verb plus ing. We use the past continuous tense form of a verb to express an action that is going on where a second action took place or was just completed. So I was doing my homework when Sudha came to my house. I was doing, past continuous tense. When the subject is singular, we use was plus verb plus ing. As I said, Samina was reading a book. He was talking to his friend. Samina was, he was, singular subject, singular verb like was. When the subject is plural, we use were plus verb plus ing. We were helping our teacher. Jatin and Indra were playing with marbles. We were, Jatin and Indra were. Subject is plural, verb is were, plural. So let's go to exercise 1. Circle the correct verbs to complete these sentences. First one is Manav and Arnav played or were playing football when the bell rang was ringing. So Manav and Arnav were playing football when the bell rang. Manav and Raghav too, that's why we were playing. I met Ariful at the market last week while I was shopping. So after I met, why I met? Because this is past indefinite tense, and while I was shopping, this is past continuous tense. Past continuous tense is an action was happening in the past. So number 3, we slept. We were sleeping when my uncle arrived from Pune. So we were sleeping when my uncle arrived from Pune. Number 4, Mary was waiting for the bus when it started or was starting to rain. So Mary was waiting for the bus when it started to rain. So there is one thing in a sentence, if we find any simple past tense, other one will be past continuous tense. Number 5, my brother was coming home while I was doing my project. So my brother came home and the continuous verb while I was doing my project. My brother was driving to school this morning when she was seeing my uncle. So my mother was driving to school this morning, continuous verb, when she saw my uncle. Okay, one past continuous, one simple past. Exercise 2. Complete the sentences with the correct form of the verbs in the brackets. So I was doing my homework when the lights went out. I had to finish it by candlelight. Number 2. My mother make dinner when the telephone rang. She dashed out of the kitchen and to answer it. So my mother was making dinner in the past continuous tense. Was making. My mother won. That's why was making dinner when the telephone rang. She dashed out of the kitchen. So she got out of the kitchen and dashed to answer it. So she was getting out of the kitchen. Instead of this, we can also this and dash to answer it. Here will be went. Okay, wait. My mother was making dinner when the telephone rang. She was getting out. This will be, this one will be was getting. Let me write here. Let me write this number here. Was getting. G-T-T-I-N-G. So she was getting out of the kitchen and went to answer it. Number 3, our dog dashed along quietly when the neighbor's dog dashed him. So our dog was walking along quietly. This is past continuous tense. One dog, that's the was walking along quietly when the neighbor's dog attacked him. A-double-C-A-K-E-D, attacked him. I dashed the letter when the wind dashed it out of my hand. So I opened the letter. I opened the letter when the wind, this is past continuous indefinite tense, when the wind was blowing. Blow, B-L-O-W-I-N-G. So this is S. So I opened the letter when the wind was blowing it out of my hand. The children dash games. The children dash games when they dash or knock on the door. They opened the door and dash that it was their father. Okay, so the children were playing games. The children many, that's why were playing. P-L-A-Y-I-N-G. The children were playing games when they were hearing. When they were hearing a knock on the door, they dashed the door. So they opened the door and saw that it was their father. This is exercise 2. Next one, exercise 3. Use the clues from the box to write what your family was doing yesterday evening using the past continuous tense. So this is use the clues from the box to write your family was doing yesterday. So that's as your family, you have to use this clue. Sister doing homework. So my sister was doing her homework. So next one, brother playing the keyboard. So this will be my brother was playing the keyboard. My brother was playing the keyboard. Next, so number 3, mother reading a book. So my mother, as your family, my mother, one mother, that's why subject is singular, that's why was, my mother was reading a book. Number 4, father watching TV in his room. So my father was watching TV in his room. Number 5, grandfather sleeping. So my grandfather was sleeping. Number 6, grandmother knitting a sweater. So my grandmother, so grandmother subject is singular, that's why we have to put was knitting, N-I-T-T-I-N-G, knitting a sweater, S-W-E-A-T-E-R. Uncle reading the newspaper. So my uncle was reading the newspaper. Next one, number 8, aunt writing a letter. So my aunt was, my aunt, subject singular, was writing a letter. So my dear students, that's all about my lesson today. So your SW will be SW12, not SW7. Your SW will be SW7. Lecture 22, exercise 2. SW7, lecture 22, exercise 2. Write only answer in a copy. So my dear students, thanks for watching this class. Keep practicing at home. Have a great parents. Stay safe, stay well. See you again. Till then, Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum.